Yeah, so we'll start. Marco will actually give an overview of like where we are and kind of the timeline, like all the things that are happening around ERC 8004. Then we'll walk through the reference implementation, like briefly, like point to it. Many of you have seen that we actually deployed on testnet like last week. And then Leonard will also dive into like the SDK. It's pretty exciting. Like now that the spec is kind of like in the state towards being finalized, I think it's pretty cool that we kind of need to take it to the next level and make it easier for people to like use connect to 8004. Um, then we'll talk about like the Trustless Agents Day, like what it means for projects, especially for the ones that will be there. Then we'll talk about a few other events that are happening around Devconnect. And then finally, we have 8 demos already scheduled from like some pretty cool projects that I'm very excited about. Yeah, so maybe I'll pass it on to Marco.
Yes. Okay, you can keep the slide going. Um, First of all, guys, I really wanted to like acknowledge how much we have done as a community in 2 months. So 2 months all this wasn't existing. And so I think that this is a good opportunity to zoom out and see where we are at a higher level and see what will happen in the next few months. Because a lot has happened, but a lot still has to happen. And in terms of infra, we spent September listening to your feedback to the spec. We released the spec just a couple of weeks ago. We will not go through the new spec here today because we have a very packed agenda. But we will share now in the slide in the chat the tweet thread that goes through the new spec if you want. We just released the smart contracts on testnet 6 days ago, and teams are just starting to test them. It's very important to test the contracts because we will soon start to deploying them on mainnet with a distributed governance of a contract. So 8004 team will not control the mainnet contracts. And after that, we will focus on, of course, expanding to more chains. There are many chains that are reaching out to us to have the contracts deployed on their chain as well. We don't expect any relevant changes to the spec, just small stuff. And it's totally fine to realize these small changes building on the spec. So this is a feature, is not a bug. So in the next like month or so, based on your feedback on what we will realize using the smart contracts, we could decide to do some very small change, and then we will do what's called in the Ethereum community the spec last call in December, which means that there are, I think, a couple of weeks to just really formalize the spec and then froze them. So this was what we have worked up to now. And now we are entering a new phase for 8004, which is all around tooling and make the developer experience easy. Developers shouldn't read ERCs. ERCs should like disappear. If an ERC is successful, nobody remembers about the technical name. We should just switch to easy SDK that will directly abstract the ERC and make it usable. We already have seen a few wrappers. Today, Leonard will show a few, but I suspect that the work on SDKs is just about to start. And together with SDKs, we need to create guides and docs related to usually to SDKs to enable developers to build on this. This is not here yet. Again, it's just 6 days. Many of you are already working on this, and this is just to set the stage. So in the next few weeks, you will see more and more very easy to use SDK popping up and guides. And this will be, I think, the great trigger to make sure that what we are building here is not just something of, well, hundreds of people, but shifting to maybe thousands because the building on that will become easier. And after that, we will also start building the infra that we need as an ecosystem to work. Even just basic stuff like where are the agents? Which are the explorers? How can I index them? How can I aggregate the reputation? Now that we have the contracts, we can start building on that. Think we'll have like production grade stuff for this slightly later. So it will maybe take 3 to 4 weeks, not less. While for SDKs, I think we'll have good stuff in 1, 2 weeks. Again, we're all building this together, so it's really up to you, not just up to us and me. And then maybe in December we will start seeing fully fledged SaaS dev tooling, which also operates in this space. Not just 8004. 8004 is super close to X402, to many, to MCP, to A2A. So the more we go into the developer tooling space, the more it will not just be about just 8004, but everything around agentic economies. Now let's talk about product. So up to now, also in the last call, we have seen many POC, I would call them, mockups, brainstorming, thinking what we could build. And now that we have the software in testnet, we can start thinking about prototypes. And I know that many teams are starting to think about actual products and are building on that. I think we will need a few more weeks to see the first fully fledged product. I think in a couple of weeks we will see the first one. Many of you are reaching out. I know that many of you are working on that. And after that, we will enter a new phase that will last, well, forever, which is iterating around product market fit, which is the only thing that matters. And so we'll stop talking about just about prototypes and learn from our experiences and learning from shipping actual products. This wasn't possible six weeks days ago. Sorry, now it's possible. How about the ecosystem? So we spent September in building the community. You are in the community. You've seen what happened. You see how many people are like posting almost every day prototypes, opinions, and suggestion and initiatives autonomously organized. In the last few weeks, we started, and thanks to the 8000 team for that, to engage with other ecosystems, which means different chains, different tooling, different tech, many things. And this is actually a strength because we will grow if we manage to like localize and collaborate on different tooling with different ecosystems. And so I expect that this new developer tooling phase where we are in now, that just started like 6 days ago, will be around that a lot. So for example, okay, stake security inference, again layer, but how do I do this in practice? What is the guide? What is the docs? What should I follow? What's the AVS that should I use? Fala, what's the template that should I use to, and so on. The list is very long, right? So it's up to you. We need to build together the guides that contextualize 8004 into the specific infra that you've done to make the experience very easy for developers. And this is what you see for the next month in the ecosystem line. And then for the long term, we can't share a lot now, but we're thinking about also more structured initiatives in collaboration with ecosystem to incentivize the healthy product fit loop that we will go through all the next year. And we are thinking also involving EF, of course, to have like structured programs to support the ecosystem. Finally, the more we will start shipping products, the more it will become the relevant and also the right moment to start talking outside our ecosystem to other kind of stakeholders, like the general public and institutions and regulators that are, of course, key stakeholders when it comes to open agent economies. So this will start, I think, I suspect, after Devconnect, but this will accompany us in December and next year. So in order not to seem crazy, we need to learn, I think, to show how the products that you can build in open-ended agent economies can offer something that wouldn't be possible otherwise. Explain this to like non-technical folks and show the bigger picture, which is not a technical picture. So this is what I think will happen in the next 2 months. In switching to the next slide, so my takeaway, if I had like to pick a few, and my hope for this community, if we can switch to the next slide, please, is this list of 4 things. So the first, we are moving very fast. Nothing was here 2 months ago, but at the same time, we're still at the start of a journey. And the fact that we still need to improve SDK, that we still need to build stuff, and everything that you've just seen is the proof of that. So it's still day one, and there is a lot to do. And we will see in time which use cases will prove to be best. I suspect that explorers and agent portability will be the big thing for the next like 2 months. And then later we'll also see expansion in other spaces. And the second point is focus on users. So be creative, ship what people touch. So at the end of the day, especially next year, what will show the effectiveness of what we're doing as a community is real use cases. And we discussed this a lot also in the last community call on Telegram. There are many spaces where we could build. Probably gaming and trading is what many of you are concentrating more together with infra. But the point is, let's not just build explorers. We're not here to just build explorers. We need just a couple very good, but then we need to create stuff that is useful for users. And so let's please be obsessed with that. Third, what I personally liked most of what happened in the last few weeks is that many of you were just building stuff autonomously. We have like learning programs across the globe. We have events. We have of course guides, prototypes, and that's fine. That's our strength. So 8004 is yours. Please, like, just don't ask for permission. The only thing that please I would ask you not to do is to redeploy the registered contracts on the same chase. That's not a good thing. But said that, let's continue to do this. This was one of the things that worked best in the last month. So let's continue to create your own initiatives. It's not a company, it's a community. So let's not forget this. And last, let's always remember the why. This is connected to what I was saying on involving like the people around us. So it's not about the tech. It's about like putting the foundation of open AI economies and use cases that wouldn't be possible. And also sometimes remembering the stakes if we don't succeed is helpful to remember why we're doing this. And this will really help us to create use cases that are understandable for users, which is the most important thing, and to scale from a group of like hundreds of companies to thousands, which is the next step. So these are like my desires, hopes, and opinions for what will happen next. I'm super excited about this call, and I will give the floor to Leonard.
Thanks, Marco. Yes. So as everyone has probably seen, the reference implementation has been deployed. That was last week, and quite a few teams have already started building on it. The testnet implementations have been deployed on eSepolia, base Sepolia, linear Sepolia, and also the contract addresses are prefixed with 8004, so you know you're referring to the right thing. And also the contracts are on GitHub. So if you're a team looking to deploy it on your own chain, for example, some teams that reached out, Hedera and a couple other ones, you can either reach out to me or you can self-deploy via the GitHub repo. But definitely let me know so we can collate, the canonical deployments for testnet so that people can refer to it. Another thing that also is relatively important is all these contracts support ERC-1271 signing, which means if you want to build like your own gasless flow or your own smart contract account flow, which will really help with DevX, you can do that with these contracts. Go to the next slide. Yes, you can check out the repo. Yes. There are already several community build packages that are leveraging these existing testnet contracts. So a couple of them are here: Agentic Trust Layer, ERC-8004JS. That's a JavaScript package that wraps the existing testnet contracts. There's also a Python version. Chaos Chain team has also built a full-fledged SDK that interacts with the testnet contracts. Fala Network has one for a TE agent. So all of these packages are using the testnet contracts, and I expect that the community will probably build a lot more to come. So if you are building anything, right, definitely feel free to leverage these existing things or post what you built in the community chat. Cool, and I'll hand the time back to.
Yep,
to
I can take over and talk a little bit about Devconnect. So yeah, I want to also acknowledge the great progress so far, the great momentum, and I feel that just resonating with the broader motivation here is we're a small group so far. I think we're doing something incredible, and essentially we need to help each other and then kind of grow this beyond this initial group of funding teams. Yeah, so in order to actually help with this, we are organizing this Trustless Agents Day at Devconnect, which is in Buenos Aires, Argentina, in 1 month. So the event will be on Friday, November 21st. It's a one-day event. We'll have like teams presenting product, many from this group. In fact, like we want to invite people to like submit like for sure register for the Devconnect, but then also like submit product ideas. We'll also invite some researchers, some of them like in working in AI with an interest in what we are doing. So we've been talking to a few of them over the past few weeks, and there is definitely interest because this is something that like traditionally in AI cannot happen. Like many teams coming together and like shipping agents on like a neutral platform. So there is a few like very interested people that we can influence outside of our immediate circle. And yeah, so we are co-hosting with essentially like the co-author of the ERC, which is MetaMask, Marco, and then Google, Jordan, and then Eric, Coinbase. Yeah, you can register here. We'll share the slides after this.
Okay, and before jumping to the community time, as you've seen in the group multiple times in the last few weeks, people asked about where is the list of people building, or also journalists that want to know more, or people that want to collaborate with other team members and want to know how to reach out. So we decided to like launch now, and we will like filling now for who is here, of course, but also like push it in the next few days in the community, an ecosystem map, which is posting the link on in the chat right now. It's incredibly lightweight. It just asks you like the name of a project, what you do, explain like I was five, and then just when you plan to ship, if it's just an idea or it's building, and your contacts. That's it. And the goal is to create a map that you can update autonomously. So basically, you will receive an email to just to confirm your email address and avoid like impersonification and spam attacks. And then when you like change the delivery date, your contacts, the description, you can autonomously update the map. So it's not moderated or curated in any way by us. And this will like really act as an address book, I would say, of this community in the next few weeks. So it will also be important to see at a glance what people are building, what kind of product, which are the categories that are more popular. And so we can also like, David, what do you think? Pause 30 seconds to give you the time to fill this in. So
Yeah,
we
I think
start
that
from,
would be great, actually. Yeah, we can even give
so
one
do
minute.
like a
Yeah.
short pause before jumping to demos. So please open the link. Um, it will ask you your email address, and then the contacts are optional. So what's mandatory is just the email, a link. The link can be to your organization if, of course, the product is not live, any kind of link that you want. The use case and the state. If it's just an idea, feel free to put idea and leave the go live date empty. It's not a problem. I see the first products popping up. Yeah, so you can find each other. Because on Telegram there are like more than 800 people, and it's tough to like understand exactly who is doing what just from the Telegram handles. 20 seconds more, then we will go on. Let's go on. So now we'll switch to the community time, which is about initiatives that you're working on, and also, of course, demos. Jesse, the floor is yours.
Awesome. So we invited a few the community members who are building events and DevRel hackathons initiatives that's related to 8004. I think, yeah, feel free to go on the next slide. Alex Dow and ETH Panda is hosting this program. Feel free to talk about it. And also please keep all discussion per slide under 2 minutes because we've got a lot to cover.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all here today. I'm Lin from LX DAO. We work together with Expanda on this program called Let's Build Trustless Agent ERC-8004, and with support from the Ethereum Foundation, the AI team. So this program is about building the trust layer for AI agents on Ethereum. So we want to make ERC something real and practical, and not just an idea on the paper. So we are doing this in three phrases. So the first phrase you can see on the PowerPoint here, called intensive code learning, running from the October 15 to 28th. Builders study ERC and build some demos step by step. So we have 208 people applied to join. This is very amazing, actually. So our core learning is a little intensive and cruel. If someone doesn't check in for 2 days, they are out. So those who are still alive are doing very, very good job here. And we are now in week 2. So people share good notes and updates on their GitHub and also on the Telegram group every day, even if you didn't join from the start. It's okay because all the materials are open on the GitHub, so you can learn anytime. As for the second phrase, it's our casual hackathon from October 27 to November 9th. So it's a 2-week online hackathon. So we want to solve real ERC problems, things like agent identity, reputation, SDKs, and better. Our goal is to create real demos and simple projects. Then comes to phrase 3, mini grants. This developed at LX style platform, so which continues after the hackathon is ongoing to help the teams turn their ideas into MVPs and ecosystem tools. So the best teams will receive the mini grants, like the $500 US from the Happy Pods grant pool. From November 9th to 21st, some good builders will have the chance to demo on the stage at the Devconnect Trustless Agent Day. So this is a very good opportunity for everyone. And after November 9th, excellent projects can keep getting ongoing mini grants to support their growth. And our hackathon Telegram is already open, so you can join early, like meet other builders, developers from the teams, form the teams, and brainstorming ideas together. So we welcome everyone curious about the AI and Ethereum to come and build with us. So, and this program is organized by LX DAO and Expanda, supported by the Ethereum Foundation, the AI team, and sponsored by the Slow Mist and the Unibase with Visual Guild and Coststream. at the community partners. So we also welcome more partners to join us, and of course, more builders and developers like to take part in the upcoming hackathon. Come join the group. So make more new friends, form teams, brainstorming, co-create, and explore the frontier of AI Ethereum together. So thank you for listening. So let's keep building trusted agent together. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Also, yeah, thanks for Alex Dow and ETH Pen for this putting together this community initiative. I think due to the interest of time, I'm just gonna start putting like reactions on the screen, like thumbs up for like, please speed up for your presentation. But yeah, next slide, please.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, I can speed up. Thank you, Jess. I am Pili from Camera Network, and with a team of long-term Ethereum contributors from different projects, we are organizing Agentic Zero. Agentic Zero will be a one-day AI and crypto summit on November 20. It focuses on open and permissionless rails for autonomous agents, and it will happen in the same venue than Devconnect, that is Laravel. We have some amazing sponsors that are helping us to make it happen, and we also will have incredible speakers that we talk about standards like the ERC-8004, agents and privacy, DeFi as an agent playground, what else, agentic frameworks, security for an agent, and yeah, all the things that this industry needs to continue evolving. You can claim your ticket by scanning the QR code at the screen, and if you have any questions or comments, you can find us as Agentic Zero on Twitter. And our website is also agentic0.x86. So yeah, that's yeah. The event will be streamed on Twitter.
Cool, awesome. Thank you, Pili. And next slide. So Mia, I think may not be on the meeting right now, but essentially Mia is the floor co-host for the 12th floor in the Frontier Tower in San Francisco, where some of our team members is currently working out of. But she is planning on a Trustless Agents happy hour during the day of Trustless Agent Day at Devconnect. So stay tuned for this. Feel free to go on the next slide. Perfect. Demo time. We'll be doing a mixture of live and recorded demos. Next slide. Isaac, feel free to like share your screen and demo live, and please keep it under 2 minutes, and I'll start to have to like cut people off if you're over, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I need permission to share my screen.
Interesting. Okay.
Can you ask again, Moshe?
Yes. I think I have it right now.
Got
Okay.
it.
Okay. Awesome. So we are Isaac. I'm the co-founder of Isaac. Listen carefully because I'm gonna talk a lot of stuff in 2 minutes. So what is Isaac? It is the internet of agents. It builds based on A2A and ERC-8004 for the time 8004. And the vision is to connect all the agents, no matter what network setup. We have P2P for hole punching. So like local agent, no problem. You can totally execute in your local environment. And we're gonna make agent as capital, and we're gonna have a coordination layer like a manager or orchestrator that connect all these agents together, like an industry service, index service, or directory service. And now I'm going to show you how it works in 2 minutes. So first you have a remote agent running, then you register it in the 8004 registry. Then we have Agent Explorer that discover it and pipeline it to our chat app. Now this is the demo. I can run it again. You see it's running, and you can see it's already registered, and there are a lot of transactions. Now this is the Agent Explorer. If you refresh, there are 2 types. There are a lot of agents, but most of them are on GitHub and they are open sourced. We try to bring some of them on chain, only a few on chain right now. We need the community to bring lots of agents on chain so we can scale and make this network more interesting. So you can see for now there are 3 agents. And since we are using P2P, so the connection is relatively slow, but this can be improved. So let me demo now. It will connect to ISEC network. So this is a preview template for the crypto news agent, and it talk to the registry and connect to the agents. Then it will return you the latest news. Just
Cool.
give it.
Awesome. That's time.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much
This is
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Feel free to send the link in the group. People can.
Yeah, it's
check
all
out.
in the. It's all on the slides. You can check it out. Yeah.
Awesome. Next one.
Moshe.
We
Thank you.
have Sparsity. If you wanna.
Oh, great. It's our turn, right?
Yep.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm Zhengfang from Sparsity. Our demo is entirely based on AWS. In case of another outrage, right, we have recorded the demo video in advance. So this time, nothing can stop our demo, right? Not even AWS. Now, David, will you please click the play button?
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me actually present this.
And then could you put it on 2x speed so it's.
Everyone, Zhengfang from Sparsity. Yeah, thank you. Today, I'm going to give a quick demo of the Sparsity Trustless agent framework. In short, this framework enables developers to easily build and deploy TE agents that can be validated and released on-chain. Before we dive into how to use the framework, let's first take a look at our Agent Explorer. You can check it out here. This Explorer automatically pulls all the agents from the on-chain registry and lists them right here on the left. When you click on an agent, you can see all its details. For example, this agent's TE type is natural, which means it's running on AWS Natural Enclave. You will also see the code measurement. That's the hash value of the agent, which uniquely identifies the code running inside the enclave. It's like the agent's digital fingerprint. There's also the Ethereum wallet address, so the agent can interact with smart contracts directly, and the TE public key, which is used to encrypt and decrypt messages between the enclave and the outside world. And right here, we have the agent card, which is fetched directly from the agent itself. Now let's jump over to the agent console. This is where you can actually play with the agent. On the left, you've got all the available endpoints automatically detected by the console. On the right, you can send requests, test out methods, and see how the agent responds. Since these agents are running in a trusted execution environment, it's really important that their response cannot be tampered with. This is why every response includes a signature. For example, let's look at this add-to method. You will see a signature field right next to the data. If you select verify signature and call the API again, you can actually watch the verification process. The verifier fetches the agent's information from the on-chain registry, calls the endpoint, and confirms the signature. So you can be confident the result really came from the trusted enclave and nowhere else. Pretty cool, right? So that's the Agent Explorer and Agent Console, two tools that make it easy to explore and play with agents. Now you might be wondering, how can I build and deploy my own agent? The good news is we've got a full step-by-step tutorial on GitHub. Just follow the guide, and in about 5 minutes, you will have your own agent deployed. Then if you refresh the Explorer, you will see your agent show up right alongside the others. And that's it for today's demo. If you are curious about the framework or want to try it out, feel free to reach out. We'd love to hear from you. And thanks so much for watching.
Awesome. Thank you, Sparsity. And next up is Chaos Chain. X Eigencloud. Feel free to demo.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Let me share my screen now. Yeah, so I'm not going to like run this live because it's going to query like the registry and all that on chain, and which is really slow, and we have like strict deadline of 3 minutes. So I've already run this. So like I'm going to show triple verified stack of Chaos Chain. Like Chaos Chain is building the accountability protocol, and the first layer is where we use AP2. This is like sits at the user interface. So Google introduced AP2. We do our own custom implementation of that, which lets us create basically proof of authorization from the user to an agent. And then second layer is process integrity. So this is where we look into the internal mechanics of an agent. Now we have integrated Eigencompute and also zero-G compute here. Today I'm going to show you how we are using Eigencompute and also EigenAI for deterministic inference. And then the third layer is accountability. So those are different set of smart contracts. It's not in deployed, which will be deployed next week. So one more thing about process integrity is that it's kind of an open marketplace. So we don't want to like have any vendor lock-in, let's say with Eigencompute or zero-G compute. Like we are quite open and we want to provide an option to our developers and users to choose whichever compute provider they want to have, and let the kind of the reputation decide which solution is going to be best fit. Because we are going to tie this in, like which compute provider is providing the best proofs and reliable proofs. Okay, so quickly, we also have an SDK, Question SDK. So the base SDK basically allows you to interact with ERC-8004 out of the box along with X402. And also it uses Coinbase Agent Kit to give you smart wallets, to give your agent smart wallets. Now we have activated the Eigencompute for our 3 agents, Alice, Bob, and Charlie. And we are using zero-G for storage. So using SDK, like our agents are being registered on 8004, and then the agent IDs are 8, 9, and 10. And then next phase is like starting the triple verified stack, and this is the user intent. In this case, agent is the user, and then it creates intent mandate and card mandate. Then Alice is like working on loan request. So this intent here is to have a micro loan approval for Charlie. And Alice is working on verifying Charlie's reputation. So this is now, Alice is running inside Eigencompute's DE. So we have this app ID from them, and then the decisions to reject this execution hash. So this execution hash is created by us for to figuring out if EigenAI's output is really deterministic or not. So digest, enclave wallet, job ID of EigenAI. So the storage, the proof is being stored on zero-G's storage. These are the transaction hash, and now Bob is doing the validation of this thing.
Awesome.
And also
and
like matching.
Time.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so this was it. Thank you very much.
Cool. Feel free to send over the link in the chat.
Sure.
And then next up we have Pact.
Thanks, Sumit.
Thank you, Sumit.
All right. Hello, everybody. Let me get to here. Thank you for having us here today. And Marco, to your point, it's very critical, I think, to give a sort of a shiny sizzle package to go with the very significant stake that everyone here is building on a very technical end. So what is Pact? Pact is a couple things, but right now what I'm going to show you is the work template that we've created, the work marketplace. And the way that we envision this working for the 8004 community is you can hire AI agents, or AI agents can hire AI agents, or potentially in the near future, if the AI agents so choose, they could hire human beings. So if they need some RLHF, they could simply do this. They create a job, enter job title, enter amount, due date, all of that information. And then when a job is posted, it actually appears on this timeline. So I will show you from the other side what it looks like. So previous jobs have been created. So you create a job, you would go to the details, you invite a job, and I'm obviously doing a very quick job of this because I've got only 2 minutes. But then once you have applied for a job, what's critically important is money has to be deposited in a single-use, non-custodial escrow wallet so that both counterparties understand that there's actual skin in the game. And this is going to essentially be the handshake between humans and AI, because we think that without sort of a blockchain-based layer for trust between superintelligences and me with my moderate intelligence, certainly compared to all of you, we're not going to stand a chance. So what we would like to do on behalf of this community is give you the opportunity to basically take this as an open source UI and start applying all the various components, all the experiments you want to have. I'll put my name in the chat, but this is desktop and mobile. You also have reputation scores, profiles. So when I was noticing the reputation score component of the 8004, it's very exciting to me to see that in the future that 80 or 95 or whatever it happens to be could be a reputation score for AI agents working with each other and human beings with the reviews permanently logged on the chain. So much to talk about. Look forward to sharing more with you guys in the future. 8004 will work as the technological side, but so much of what we've done in blockchain and crypto for the 10 years that I've been in it is work with each other. I think 8004 is one of the very first projects I can see taking blockchain to the masses in beautiful ways that feel seamless, natural, and magical. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Brennan. And you're perfectly on time. And then next we have Fala. Fala, are you here? Feel free to share your screen. Okay, we could go on to another one. If Fala shows up, please ping me. Coop Hive.
Hi, everyone. My name is Levy. I'm the founder of Co-op Hive. So just going to be doing a quick intro before I hand it off to my colleague. So basically, we are building a highly sophisticated escrow system that's used for trustless agents. So basically, you can put money into escrow and then have that escrow released based on the outcome of a Boolean algebraic formula, like if A and B or not C and D. And then each one of those variables can be arbitrated, and in fact can be recursively arbitrated with any arbitrary off-chain logic. So you can create these really sophisticated kinds of deals that in the completely trustless environments. So with that, I will hand it over to Young for a demo.
I already have a pre-recorded video, so I sent it in chat. Like somebody can play this, or I can play it myself, which would be better.
Please play yourself, and if you could do it on 2x, that's good.
Yeah. Wait, actually, I don't think I have permission set up correctly. Can the host play it for me or something?
Would you be able to? Okay.
Because I don't think I have Zoom permission set up yet. Sorry.
Okay.
So is the video in the main?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the link. It's the link I just shared. You just play it too.
No. He sent the link in the Zoom.
Yeah, I sent the link
Zoom.
in the
Yeah. In the Zoom chat.
You should be able to present, but yeah, let me pull this up. Is it? Yeah, got it.
So we have a system for using arbitrary escrows with
Okay, so seems like the video is 5 minutes.
I think we can only play like a minute or two of it.
Yeah, like twice speed or something. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So start from the top. Okay.
So ERC-8004 validation. And I'm just going to demonstrate a simple flow. Alice finds something from Bob demanding a validation from Charlie above certain score. So first, Alice constructs a command demanding the validation recipe at an score, and then she deposits something at escrow. And in this case, we're using the ERC-20 escrow application, but we support all the different common ERC tokens like ERC-721 and ERC-1105 rules of these. And in fact, tokens aren't the only thing you can escrow. You can escrow any on-chain action you want to do in the future. So you can escrow, for example, making an attestation or you can escrow coding a certain way. But anyway, Alice deposits her escrow with her demand, and that transfers the tokens to the. And then Bob creates a fulfillment obligation, and this obligation abstraction is actually just a thin wrapper around EAS. So we have some obligations that are active, as in you do something like transfer tokens to somebody, and then you get an attestation from that you did so. But in this case, this string obligation contract is just for submitting data on chain that's not necessarily going to be used by other contracts. So for example, if you do a job and then just post it somewhere on a server or on a PFS and you just need to report where it is on chain, then this is an easy way to just get an attestation that is needed. And here we can see the fulfillment UID you get back is just an EAS attestation UID. So you can just get that attestation from it, which will be something attested by the obligation contract with you as the recipient. And then we use the ref UID here to prevent double spending and to prevent you using one fulfillment to collect an escrow that it's not for. So for example, you could try to fulfill an easier obligation and get a high validation score for that, and then try to claim a bigger escrow than you should to put this ready for So here Bob requests validation for his fulfillment probably via the ERC-8004 validation registry. And in this case, we're just using the EAS application UID directly as the request hash because it works as an identifier for the fulfillment. And maybe this is misusing the request hash, and I would like to know if there's a better way to do it, but it works as this. And so it probably validates with a validation response here of 75, which is greater than the demand 50. And so Bob is able to collect Alice's password. And then we have a failure test.
Time.
In this case, Charlie validates with only a score of 30, which is below the demanded threshold. And so
I think people interested in this could feel free to check it out on the YouTube link. And Co-op Hive, if you guys want to send more links on your project in the chat as well. Next up is bond credit. And I think you guys are doing it live as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to share my screen. I have it recorded.
Perfect.
Into my screen.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Mojis from Bond.credit. We're making the credit layer for the agentic economy. I'm really happy to contribute to this. So what we're doing is we're making the credit scoring infrastructure for AI agents. The question you'd ask now is, why do AI agents even need credit scores? So if the AI agent was to given access to lending protocols or credit facilities without being verifiable on chain, that would essentially be an issue because AI agents might expose sensitive operational data. That would create many security risks. And as of now, there is no standard protocol which can standardize their reputation across ecosystems. So the solution we've proposed is we use ERC-8004 standard to register an agent. We mint an agent NFT on chain. After that, we use Isaac DE scoring. So we make in-house algorithms using on-chain agent data, such as TVL, AUM, and other metrics to calculate a comprehensive score that we submit on-chain using give feedback method, right? So essentially, the workflow is pretty straightforward. Register the agent, run computation, and submit the score. As you can see, we have registered the agent. This says we have registered Giza agent under our organization. After that, we use Isaac to calculate the score. So the score, we submit the score in the give feedback method. So to make it simpler, this is the score. The score is essentially 72, which was given back by Isaac. So yes, we're leveraging ERC-8004 to solve a very essential issue because agents need to be held accountable and given credit scores in this agentic economy era.
Thanks for that. Also, we definitely urge you to join us on our journey. So follow the X and please join the waitlist as well. Thanks.
Thank you, Bond Credit. Awesome. This is great. And Super Mission and Org Trust, 2 more demos.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Just
Oh, you're muted.
okay. Am I audible?
Yes, perfect.
Oh, okay. So basically, I'm building a trustless marketplace for agents via ERC-8004 and X402 payment system. So basically what it does, like I have a simple chat interface, like I will go, like I need to create a design for my website and all, and it should be something like that. Then chat asks you, like it's you want a AI agent hired to AI agent, or basically open a bounty for agents and as well as humans where they can bid and they have like all the escrow account on chain. And then another one is you can have to hire something like someone as a worker for a milestone contract. So like the recommendation agents suggest you like on chain 3 to 4 agents, which is registered via ERC-8004. It has all the reviews here. You can actually see here in the leaderboard. So these are the 3 agents I have deployed in base Sequoia ERC-8004 contract. So one is a logo master AI. So basically what it has, like it has a reputation score, basically the feedback section. So we can rate it and it's all the on-chain ratings here. And you can see actually the agent NFT ID and all the contract it has interacted with. And then I deploy the mission on chain. And then what it does, like it has the orchestrator agent, which then communicates to logo master agent for that. and pays via X402 with the payment. And you can see here is the orchestrator. You can see the logo master agent, which has been paid by orchestrator agent with his status completed, and you can actually see the delivery with here with the IPFS link. So it's still on a testing, and you can also rate the agent. For now, it has like multiple times you can rate it, but we are gonna have some things around with all the demos that I've seen. So I'm gonna take help in North, and this is what I've made. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. This is great and perfectly on time as well. Thank you, Super Mission. And then last but not least, Rich Peterson from Org Trust. I think we might need to play this video real quick.
Hi there.
And yeah.
Yeah, this is Rich. I just give a quick overview of what we're doing. Yeah, we're at the Agentic Trust Layers, an open source project that we've got going. And it's really aimed at creating a very opinionated architecture that's layered on top of the ERC-8004. So we're focused on unique on-chain addresses. So having specific account abstractions for every agent and making that linkage to be able to support signing and verification. The other thing is unique naming. So to be able to have a unique and strong name for every agent and making that verifiable. We want to have that we're making this multi-chain so you can have agents on all the different chains but still have unique names. And the really unique thing is it entirely gasless. So we want to attract Web 2 developers onto this platform and this whole the ERC-8004. So what we've done is been a tenet since the beginning is to make it where a Web 2 person can come on, create agents, deploy the agents, and do everything they're doing without having to do anything on chain. So, and so we've done all that, and we have some in the GitHub environment, we have some A to A examples where we're actually have agents that are leveraging this opinionated architecture. So if you could play the video here real quick, kind of gives you a quick overview.
Agent Explorer demo. This open source project support ERC-8004 multi-chain agents that are strongly named and are uniquely addressable with on-chain verifiable signatures. Our agent indexer and explorer draws on multi-chain data via subgraphs and naming services. All of this comes with no wallet required. All you need is a social login and you're ready to go. The Explorer aggregates all agents from all chains in one display, along with your own agents. It allows you to discover agents just like a client agent would. For my movie review agent, I can set the A2A and MCP protocol information that goes into the ERC-8004 registration. I can also go and view the agent strong name in ENS naming service. In creating a new agent identity, you can see how we construct them on other L2 networks like Base. Please visit the Agentic Trust Layer GitHub site and check out our ERC-8004 extension SDKs that makes A2A and AP2 come alive.
Great, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, I guess one of the big things is just to see the linkage between naming, account abstractions, and this is all built on MetaMask Delegation Framework Toolkit. So, you know, I can't say enough about what MetaMask has done to make this all come about. So, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rich, for concluding the demo section. A lot of feedback in the chat. Feedback is taken. We'll try to optimize how we run the meeting next time. But I think last section we have Q&A. So feel free to, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to throw it in the chat or ask us on the call. Anything. Feel free to, yeah.
Yes. Maybe we can take 2 minutes since we started like a few minutes late to answer maybe 1 or 2 questions.
Oh, thanks for calling me out, Marco. Yeah, quick note here. I'll keep it 15 seconds. Some of you may have saw us posted in the actual Telegram group. Pinata is offering a free IPFS storage program for anybody that's using IPFS to build with agents. If you like free storage, you don't want to pay for it. We just want to see what you guys are up to, learn from y'all. Reach out to team@pinata.cloud or message me on Telegram. Done. That's it. Free stuff.
Thanks. Amazing. Brandon.
Sorry about that, I was muted. Thank you everyone for being here today. My question would be, so we see a lot of technical development on one side, and then we see a couple sort of go-to-market type platforms that can speed the plow for gaining mass adoption. Do we think that there's sort of a middleware component that's missing? I oftentimes see barbell distribution in early stage projects. Do we think that, and this is something for us to mull over in the days, weeks to come, what is the missing piece that would guarantee success? Because I definitely see the world is basically waiting for this technology. How do we red team it to make sure that we don't miss something?
By middleware, do you mean like the SDKs to improve like DevX or like something different?
I would say everything from SDKs, MCP, and then how do we make sure that the sort of the connective tissue between the sort of more difficult coding aspects that normies, so to speak, can't do, and then the platform aspects that, wow, I'm getting a lot of balloons here. That's wild. Sorry. The platform aspects that normies can use. How do we make sure that that baton pass is connected so the value flow goes from real world use cases into AI, verified AI agent output, and that cycle continues to be a flywheel as opposed to a sort of a one-off proof of concept, which we do know happens in Ethereum a lot. I don't want to see this. This is my favorite project I've seen in a long, long time, and I can't wait to see how we can just make it work.
Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, we're very excited on this. I think like as Marco and Leonard said, like in the introduction, this is kind of our main focus right now. So like I feel that after like the initial spec and the reference implementation and the deployment, the middleware is what the core team of ERC-8004 is focused on. And we're also working with like some infrastructure projects on Ethereum that like they didn't present. We want to give the floor to like the people like kind of building like products on top of 8004. But that's, we feel, is like our main mission as a team right now after like finalizing the spec. And of course, we welcome like help from the community, like Piñara that just like presented is like kind of like infrastructure partner of 8004, and we welcome more. But we also want to, as you said, like to enable people to build product that can reach users. I think that will be the main focus over the next 2 months.
Great, here to help.
And Ojas, and then I think this is the last question. Yeah.
Yes, so my question is how the third step of ERC-8004 is validation of the agent. So how are off-chain parties supposed to validate the on-chain metadata of the agent?
Yeah, so like one example you've seen in the sparsity demo, right? That they are running these agents in like TEs, and they were showing specifically in like Nitro TEs. So that would be like one example. The other mode is like doing crypto economic validation via some AVS on EigenLayer. I think Chaos Chain is doing some of that, if I'm not mistaken. So like Sumit, maybe you can connect to Sumit, and then he can tell you more about that mode.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Please keep the questions coming. Just closing, what I would suggest is like if you build demos or like if you're posting on social, like you can tag myself, Marco, or Jesse. We would love to like amplify like what you put out there, like from here to the road to Devconnect. Any questions, and if you want to get connected to like infrastructure partners, etc. Isha, also you find her in the builder group, like she's the person to go. And any technical question you can direct to Leonard. So like we are here to help you guys, and yeah, let's build together towards Devconnect.
Thank you guys. Really appreciate joining. See you in a few weeks.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.